Speaking of Kendrick and Kendrick sing about me and all that stuff, did you see the music video that Kendrick Lamar put out for "We Cry Together"?
My question is why did he take so long to do something that we knew he was going to do the exact way in our minds that we thought it was going to play out? Did you think by delaying this process of something that we like? Tell me when you see him sitting at that style of table in that style of home, looking like with the. Is that not what you envisioned in your mind? It's almost like well, yeah, that's what I thought it was.
I feel like
you are
people
who I
have.
thought you were, and this is what I thought it was.
I feel like people have already put out fake videos exactly like it.
Because it's what it is.
This video should win an Emmy. I think he did a great job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, all right, look, when I saw the video, I was like, Kendrick might have a future in acting. You don't think so?
Hold on. So, no, I'm saying that in jest, but I'm being serious when I say that. It's just like, well, if this was the moment of the album and we were like, this is a play, it's like, is everybody saying it a play? Why you delayed it? Because you could have helped yourself by putting this out because
this should have come out May 13th.
Yeah, it's actually very well put together.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
What's the delay? Acting going on? It's like, what was the holdup? It was because we all knew what it was, and you just have to be different. You see, here's what happens when you're so creative and so challenging and so different. You see how you get in your own head and like the simple shit. It's like this shit should have been done 3 months ago, nigga. Like, what's up?
You know what probably happened?
Great job.
This is conspiracy theory here. I don't have any information. Maybe he went out there and tried to do something totally different, and it just turned out bad. And then he had to just bite the bullet and do what everybody thought it was going to be.
You mean the actual script? Because it plays out like a play, so you should probably stick to the script.
Yeah.
And it plays out that way, isn't it? It's a good acting job. The scenery is appropriate.
Yeah.
It doesn't fail you anywhere at any turn. It's rather entertaining. So my only question is it like, and maybe, and I hate to say this because he would be in this category now. What's up with these old ass rappers taking too long this year? Pusha T, Kendrick, Black Thought. It's like, why are y'all delaying like the release of this material? And like, what are these habits? Like, where are they getting this from?
That reeks of the record labels to me.
Because Hit Boy can't go produce for everybody and put them back on game, apparently. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, I just don't like the timing that some of these older artists are using. He would classify as that now.
Well, yeah, he's in that bracket. Mad Max in the super chat says...
The first album came out over a decade ago, so...
Mad Max says, that music video was wild. That video's soft XXX. Well, they did have that one scene at the end that was, a bit much. But you're right. I think that for the people... And, a lot of the people, we posted it on According to Hip Hop or shared it on According to Hip Hop, and you could tell from some of the comments, the people may not have listened to that album. But I think that this is a visual that if it was put out on May 13th, it would have gotten people to listen to the album even more than they already did. I think that with an album like that, you can listen maybe to a couple of songs because it's bubbling and the fact that it's Kendrick, and you might tune out. But I think if he would have put these visuals out, people would have actually went and listened to the album. But maybe this is a thing, and I'm sitting here thinking of things while I'm even speaking. Maybe he didn't put this out, Coop, because he wanted people to listen to the album and not go directly to that song. Because if he would have actually put out this song, you don't think people would have just straight up went to this song and maybe tuned out with the rest of the effort?
I mean...
You know what I'm saying? Because this song definitely stands out in the album.
Okay, so when you're saying this prevented him from listening to the other songs, potentially by releasing it sooner, that wouldn't have been an injustice, okay? That wouldn't have been an injustice because it's a mid.
I think if this song...
That's not the rationale or the reasoning. You get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I want them to get the full album experience. You want them to get the full album experience of this mid, or would you like to highlight the highlights while you get back in the lab and work on something better?
I think if this song would have came out, I think if this visual would have came out, this song would have definitely eclipsed everything that was on the effort. And I think that, I hate to say it like this, because I'm not as down on Mr. Morale as you are, but I think a lot of people would have felt like that the album missed the mark if this was the one that was put out there. You know what I mean? Because it really is. I don't want to say it's the best song on there, but it has the most standout attributes on it, and I think it's the most dynamic song on there. So if this was put out and this was the standard that people had for it, I think they might have been disappointed hearing the rest of it, if that makes any sense.
It's very problematic.
Blue Collar Hustle says it was delayed due to Oscar considerations. Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
Well, I'll be looking forward to that at the ceremony. Jay Short with the super chat says, notice Kendrick talk never about the new music. Notice Kendrick talk never about the new music.
Notice Kendrick never talks about the new music is what he's saying. As in, he doesn't talk about this album. He hasn't been doing promo or talking about these songs because these songs aren't that good.
DeCarlo with the super chat says the Heart 5 still the best video. Do you agree with that?
No. That's just digitized animation and morphine. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that?
I think this is the best video. Do you think that the Heart Part 5, if on this album, would be one of the strongest songs on there?
Yes.
I think so. I think that it should have. I know the Hearts never make it on there, but it's unfortunate. It should have been on this effort.
No, that's what I mean. That's how you know this album is submitted. Is that like the Heart Part 5 would have been one of the strongest songs on there? Would the Heart Part 5 be good enough to make any of his previous projects?
I don't want to say good enough, but I don't think it would have fit.
Right.
But it wouldn't have been one. It wouldn't have been missed.
Like where song quality? I mean, it's better. I guess like if you were to put it up against some of the stuff like that just sits right there on Damn, like side by side, like maybe. But Damn plays so well together. Right. That's what I mean. It's like that's what I mean about when you're executing these themes, these archetypes, and it plays well versus when it doesn't. Well, what you have when it doesn't is some mid. It's some mid. The writing's A1. The writing is A1.
The writing's incredible.
You want to know what? The Sound and the Fury by William Faulkner, man, Mike, that's some A1 writing. That shit is boring as fuck. Right.
Uncle Fran with the super chat says, yes, Mike, 75% of the rappers are lying. And Michael Eric Dyson is only bad if he's talking about Jay. Your comment section was going crazy. Comment section was going crazy because he wrote, born to use mics.
Mid.
And not so mid. Inspector says, We Cry Together is a mid Alchemist beat. Mad Max says,
now there was an Alchemist beat that makes it some mid.
What? No, you know what? When the video was on and the beat came on, all I heard was do 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 do, and I was hearing like West Side Gun in the back. In my mind. Mad Max of the super chat says he should have did an entire visual play for every song and put it out like Beyonce's Lemonade idea. She stole from Ye. I didn't realize she stole Lemonade.
We said that he needed to just go ahead and make this a whole, you know.
I mean, I think he should make it a whole thing because I think that would make the other songs stand out well. I think
we said the only way that this made sense was to do it that way. Like we literally said that.
Well, we did say that, and we said that before we heard the album. We were talking about how long of a break, and it was like when you come back from a break like that, it just makes sense that you could say, you know what? Well, I was shooting a whole motion picture the whole time for this project. I think that the song "Mr. Morale." Or is it The Big Steppers? Yeah, The Big Steppers, that song. I think that would really play well with a music video. She's a killer, he's a killer, we some killers. Yeah, I think that would be a great music video. I hope that's next. KC1 says, do you think that Rock Marcy and Griselda are children of the Purple Tape? Most definitely.
Easy.
Most definitely.
Aren't we all in some sort of hip hop way though?
Right. Mad Max of the super chat says We Cry Together was a great first listen, no replay value. From that, son, I think that the sequencing on Mr. Morale isn't great from that song. Let's see. We got Half-Life says We Cry Together was delayed because the fans wouldn't have expected a hip hop album if they heard it first. You know, it seems like these major artists are kind of like either playing their hands too soon or not, playing the spade when they need to. Because the Pusha T record with Jay, Neck and Wrist, man, that shouldn't have been put out so early.
Yeah, that's like playing a big joker and ain't no spades been put on the table yet. It's like, what you doing,
Like,
son?
what are we doing? Yeah,
Put
we
it
should
in
have
your
heard
hand. Put it
that
back
when we
in your
heard the
hand.
album. That
Put it
should,
back in your hand.
but you know what, Coop? Looking back on it, maybe they wanted the release to be about Pusha T and not about Jay's verse because we see how crazy people go when they hear a Jay verse. So maybe the mindset was, you know what, let's put this song out now so when Pusha T drops this album, people could talk about the album as opposed to just talking about Jay-Z's feature.
So let's say that happens. All
Mm-hmm.
right. You need to hold Diet Coke then and drop joint with Jay first. Either way, anywhere you want to call it. I told you, like Diet Coke to me is still a better song. One of those records needed to get held
I agree.
for his sake.
Diet Coke
If you
should have
want
been
to say
held.
naked, if you want to say for all those reasons to keep it about Pusha, then go ahead and drop Neck and Wrist and get all this Jay talk out the way. And so that way, because you want to know what? Diet Coke's an excellent way to get people to stop talking about that verse and get to your album.
I agree. And what people need to do at this point when we're talking about the major artists, they need to drop their song and visuals the day of the album. But I think a lot of that is confidence, though. You have to be confident enough in a
And
single.
what you're doing and what you got,
Yeah,
right?
because
He
they
didn't know
put
what
me.
he had. This is what I keep trying to say. It's like, well, this took so long because he didn't even know what he had. Because, like you were saying, and you said this and you called this, you were like, Coop. I was like, this isn't coming out because he's being all artsy and taking too damn long because we done crowned him. And you're like, nah, Coop, the songs just ain't there. I think he's making stuff and it's not working out.
Yeah.
And what happens is that when you lose your confidence in some of your creative vision, you got to wait for what the people say again before you get back to work and create something. If he was confident in this project, it would have came with the visual aid equipped to it. Think about this. About to talk about Lil Baby.
I want to talk about
today.
Lil Baby. I want to talk about Lil Baby. Go ahead. Yeah.
Me too. But you get what I'm saying? It's like, oh no, he feeling confident right now. He like, no, I'm dropping this single. Already got a video done to it. Fuck all that. Boom. We out here.
Did
That's
you
how
like
it
the
goes
song?
now. Huh?
You like the song?
Not really.
I didn't either.
You want to go ahead and get into it so we can get off Kendrick?
Yeah, let's talk about
every
that.
time we talk, hold on. Every time I talk about Kendrick, I'm a hater who doesn't know my stuff. Other than that, it's like, man, Coop's brilliant. He's so insightful. I talk about Kendrick. This nigga don't know shit.
I mean, you wrote an article
that
saying that Kendrick was top 10, so you're not a Kendrick
Top
hater.
10 what? It's top 10 what?
MC of all time.
Oh, not after this.
No, but I'm saying you wrote an article once upon a time saying that, so you're not a Kendrick hater. You're just being critical of this effort.
I believe that article that's about 5 years old now also spoke to him needing to maintain this pace.
Yeah.
That pace was damn.
He was on an incredible pace.
It's on the best pace ever, actually. Him and Kanye probably have had the best starts ever.
And him as an MC, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye's is more about him being an overall artist, not a lyricist. Yeah.
Right, but no, the album, I'm talking about as far as like the way the albums sound, the best starts. Like, you know what I mean? If you look at their 4 album starts, their 4 album starts are as good as it's ever been as far as 4 album starts.
Especially for a mainstream artist and not having the luxury to duck underground and make like a cult classic that didn't do commercially well. They did commercially well and they had, critical acclaim.
Yeah, Volume 3 and Nostradamus are Nas and Jay's 4th album. Scarface's 2nd album is The World Is Yours. That's not all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, it's hard to make 4 great albums out the gate. It's hard.
Volume 3, man. I mean, Volume 3 is weird in a sense where...
It's weird. It's a weird time. That's 99 again. It's a weird time.
Volume 3 is weird in a sense where it's like, okay, it got Big Pimpin' on it. You know what I mean? Like, he did his job when it comes to staying Jay-Z and continuously being able to make hits. But as far as quality album, it's not that. Do It Again is a great record to put out there. We still hear that record. And honestly, the standout stuff on Volume 3 aged fairly well. But overall, what we expect from Jay, just from beginning to end with an album, it's not that. And it's crazy because the intro and outro give you that feel like you're about to hear something special.
It does.
Yeah. But it doesn't hit that mark.